Off the bench with RASI Sports.
Welcome to a new episode with Off the Bench with RASI Sports. This is episode 17, and today we're going to do a little something different today. Today we just going to have the host of RASI Sports, Ronald K. Brown III, and co-host myself, Ronald III. I mean Ronald Jr. Ooh, excuse me, I'm naming you.
Wow.
So, son, tell me, how you doing today, son? How's your day?
I'm doing good. Definitely just got off of work, but I'm doing okay. How you doing?
No, I'm doing great. Likewise, just got off of work and just want to try to enjoy this episode with you. You know what I mean? Just you and I, and just let everybody know how we came about with RASI Sports and your journey, how we got here and all that, how you and I got to this point. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna start it off like this. For everybody to know, RASI Sports never existed really because you was our oldest child and Ronald, of course, and here comes AJ, Isaiah, Ciara, and afterwards. And
Yeah.
yeah, I'll never forget. Mommy took you to the YMCA music.
I
YMCA. Everything starts at the YMCA. Do you remember that?
I remember going. I remember being,
You remember going? Oh yeah. So tell us a little something. Like when we went out there, we had you on the team. We had you on this team that's out there, and you started playing. Tell us a little something about your experience when you first started playing basketball at the YMCA.
I mean, when I went out there, I didn't know how to play, so I was just learning. So I mean, just going out there, I was playing. I don't think I knew how to play defense.
All you knew how to do was play defense, huh?
Yeah, they're like stay in front of the guy with the wristband. I don't even know if there
Stay
was
in
one.
front of. Oh, you remember the wristband, huh?
Yeah, they're like, yeah, go past your wristband and play defense.
Oh yeah, I'll never forget. I'm never gonna call a guy out, but there was a gentleman I'll never forget, and I guess your journey started my journey as well as a coach as well. I'll tell you what I remember. I remember, like you said, chasing the wristband and the guy sitting down there with his legs crossed with a newspaper in his hand, telling, "Yeah, go have fun." And I'm like, "Yo, what is this guy doing?" You know what I mean? Like, there's no way. But that's when I stepped up and I'm like, hey man, we need to teach these boys how to play some basketball. You know?
Yeah,
And what that next season I started coaching. So
yeah, I remember.
how was that for you when I started coaching you, son?
When you started coaching, I mean, it put a little bit. I mean, there was pressure, but it was. I was learning how to play finally because I was actually making points.
No, so I don't know. I keep hearing you saying points. Was basketball all about points for you?
I mean, at that time frame, I mean, there wasn't no passing. I was trying to figure out how to score.
I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, yeah. Nah. So yeah, I remember that. How many years did you play at the Y? I mean, I know how many years you played, but let's tell the people how many years you played at the Y before you started going off to like travel ball and getting a little more serious.
I
Some of your
remember.
recollection.
I remember it was like I stopped playing at like was it like third grade, so it was like 4 years maybe, close
About
to
four
that.
years?
I think like 12. I stopped. If I remember
Man,
correctly.
we was at the YMCA that long? No, I don't think so. We only stayed at the Y for about a year and a half before we started Team Dynamite.
It was that fast. I remember it.
Well, no, you might be right. Team
It was
Dynamite
a while
came.
though, yeah, because it was a while. I remember the blue team and purple, so it was like 2, 3, maybe it was 2 to 3 years, maybe it was that. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? You might be right because we used to. That's when Osceola and all the wives from the different counties used to play against each other. You're right.
Yeah, because I
And
was a
then
little bit
we
older.
had your team. That's right. No, you're right. You're right. It was 4 years. It was about 4 years before we started the Dynamite team, the travel team. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
it was a
Yeah.
longer too.
So how was that experience though? I mean, how was that?
I mean, the experience started to get better. The like, especially I remember going out to play against other YMCA's. That was probably the most fun I was having because just playing against the people the team started to get too good, and you were coaching and we're blowing everybody out. So we were like, so when we it was blowouts every
That was
game.
fun.
And so then when going to the other YMCA's, you actually had other people that were good. So then you get to test your skill. That's what I enjoyed testing to see if like how good these other people were at a time frame.
Okay, okay, okay. No, that's what's up. I mean, I remember that as well. Like, going out there doing everything. Like, so what was the out of all that experience at the Y, what was the best thing and best part of that? Was it the meeting the people? Was it playing the games or like what was the best part of all of that? Playing at the Y and then also traveling a little bit at the Y because it became a little more competitive for certain teams at the Y anyway.
I mean, the best part, I mean, in my opinion, was like this being you coaching me, and then also just playing with a lot of different, meeting a lot of different people. And I think that was one of the probably the most that's the fun part about it, is meeting a lot of different people. That's probably the big thing there.
That was the biggest thing. All
Yeah.
right, nah, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what it's about. That's what it's supposed to be about. That's what basketball's supposed to be about, is to get people to really get lifelong friends and teach you discipline, how to play with each other and socialize with different people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially at the younger ages, which you were. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad that's something that you learned. So let's take this in. I mean, after the YMCA, like you said, it started getting a little more competitive and again, I remember we started blowing everybody out, especially in the Kissimmee area.
Yeah.
And, that's when we started Dynamite because we were getting too competitive and we had to leave the YMCA because we were too competitive. And that's when Dynamite came along. And I mean, tell us a little bit about that, the travel basketball. How was that for you?
I mean, the travel basketball, that was probably the most fun I was having, because then after playing going to YMCA's, now I'm going to travel basketball. I'm playing people from sometimes different states, but like all over the state of Florida, not just here and not just in
Right.
Kissimmee. So it was just like me. It was showing me I had to work on my game a lot, because at the time for I thought I was good, and then I'm playing somebody. I'm like, well, that guy's 3 feet taller than me.
Right. You thought you were the tall guy at one point, huh?
I was like, yeah, I'm kind of tall. I could dribble, blah, blah. I'm like, well, that guy's dribbling crazier than me, stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, hold on, I got a lot of work to do here.
You got a lot of work to do. Nah, I hear you, brother. I hear you. Well, I mean, that's all right. I mean, you gotta. That's the whole thing about it. It's levels to this. You know what I mean? Which I think a lot of people don't understand. And I think you would say, let me ask you this: you would say that the jump from the YMCA to travel ball was a huge jump, right?
Oh yeah, it's an enormous jump. Definitely, it's like the people, they shoot better, dribble better, pass better. It's just the IQ is different from one level to
Yeah,
there.
the coaching was definitely a lot better because now, me being a coach and I had to really do some studying. I had to really really get down and learn some plays to make sure you guys knew how to navigate and stuff. So
Mhm.
as far as me being your coach, how did that affect you? Did it make you better? Did it have more pressure or what was it?
I mean, I thought it made me better. I mean, there's always pressure with your father being the coach, so I mean, it's there. But like, I thought it made me better. I thought I was and yeah, I thought it made me better. Like learning different things. That's how I felt. Yeah, it made me better.
It made you better. Okay, okay. Yeah. So I mean, so I'm gonna just throw back a little memory lane. I remember you going to this camp and and I tease your siblings about this, but you basically, your free throw shots was just on point. Like you didn't miss. You
Yeah.
remember, winning that little I think what was it? It was
YBOA camp or something. The
yeah, the
YB.
YBOA. We did a YBOA camp. Yeah, tell me a little bit about that YBOA camp. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember a little bit about it. It was fun because it was like you play with there was a lot of my friends there, but then you had people from different countries. I remember it was like Australia and maybe Chile or somewhere, but it's a different country. But like you got to meet different people from different countries and see how they play basketball, and you got to test your skills against them too.
Yeah, and then you won the free throw contest and won the
Yeah,
ball.
yeah, that
I
shooting.
think was it a Donald Foyle that used to play for the Golden State Warriors, right?
Yeah, Donald Foy. I remember meeting him. And yeah, make it. Yeah, I remember winning the contest for the shooting eight. I think it was shooting at 8 spots, and then if can you make all 8? And I made all 8 shots. So like I said I was the only person out of everybody there that made 8.
Yeah, that's big time. That's big time. That really is. So yeah, and then I remember you also playing outside of our team. You played for a couple of outside teams too. What was the name of those teams? Do you remember?
Mm.
I think it was the Captains
Oh yeah,
and
yeah. I
played for the
played for
Captains. And what was that other team out there in Lake Brantley?
the Florida Raptor, the Lake Nona
The
Raptors.
Raptors. That's it.
Raptors Elite. I remember playing for them too.
Yeah, Florida Raptors. That's right. That's right. Yeah. So tell us about those experiences playing for that team, the Captains in the Raptors. How was that?
I mean, I like I remember playing for the captain. I mean, I was like on you playing a year younger than them, so just watching them play was great. I mean, I played a little bit if I remember correctly. I didn't play too much, but
That's right, because you played up, right?
I played a year up, so I was just learning pretty much. Really, I got in like at the last like 2 minutes, and I get a layup or something. But it's good to practice against them to learn about like different, like they had, because they had a very high IQ at the time frame, so and they were beating everybody, so it it was just good to play with them and see how they worked out. I mean, they helped me with other things too, because I mean, first day we got there, they were running around a big field. I mean, running around the field, it got me good at track.
Right, that's right. You did run track. That's right.
Running around the field so many times. I was in last the first time. Then later on, I started to come to like second, third, and then and that helped me out when I was running the track. I run around the track, not tired no more.
Yeah, so it helped you with your endurance, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, so now we talking that's like middle school, getting ready to start freshman in high school and stuff like that. Tell us a little bit about your high school career. How did that go?
So let's see. So for my middle school, I didn't make the team to both of the years. Sixth, seventh grade,
But
didn't
that's
make
right,
the
because
team.
you went to Neptune, right?
So and they were pretty good. They were a little bit stacked, so I never made it. I was close. I made it to the second cut, just never made it. And then my eighth grade year, we went to CP, Orlando
Right.
Christian Prep, and instead of playing middle school, I was pushed right into the fire. I was playing junior varsity,
Okay.
and that was definitely an experience because it was a step up from not playing middle school all the way up to JV in the eighth grade year. At my first game, we're playing against juniors.
Right, right. You was playing against
First game,
juniors. Well,
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you a little secret here, son, about why you didn't make that middle school because you was going to Neptune, okay? And the coach over there, the coach, I'm gonna just call it out what it is, all right? And you probably don't even know this because you were young, but politics isn't everything. So I'm gonna just be real with you on here. You know what I mean? Coach didn't like your daddy.
Oh,
And I say that just to say this, his son also was a point guard and guard out there, and he had half his team that played for that team. So, it wasn't about your skill set. It was just a lot of his travel team went to that school. So it was
oh,
kind of a blessing that you left that middle school to go to OCP, just to kind of to catch you up to speed on why and what happened basically. It wasn't because the skill set wasn't good enough. It was just the fact that, he already had his team there.
yeah,
And sometimes when you go, especially in the public schools and stuff like that, they're supposed to kind of, but that school had a lot of kids.
yeah, no.
So yeah, he particularly didn't like dynamite just back then, just because we used to play them, we used to beat them all the time. You know that?
I remember, yeah, we used to beat all those. We used to beat probably beat every team in Kissimmee by my
Yeah, we
first.
did. We beat up on a lot of teams in Kissimmee. So let's put it this way: a lot of people didn't like dynamite. Just for that simple fact, hey, it is what it is. I mean, we not salty about it. We moved on, and you went to OCP, and what? You started on JV, getting more
Yeah.
experience than what they kids were getting. You know what I mean? So go ahead. So tell us about your experience at OCP.
So I remember my eighth grade year, I made JV, and it was a big learning experience. I mean, the team wasn't too great. I mean, everybody on the team was pretty much there's a lot of eighth graders, one ninth grader, and like everybody else was football players. So we weren't too we weren't too good coming off the last year where the JV team was pretty sure they were undefeated. So it was a big learning curve. But
Okay,
by the end of the season, I started to learn a little bit more, and I mean, I think I did pretty good.
right.
Yeah, that's what I remember about
Yeah,
that.
so I mean, the team actually did pretty good the following year. We're going to give credit to late Coach Baker. Passed away, God rest his soul. He taught you a lot,
Yeah,
especially at the
definitely.
high school level.
Yeah, definitely taught me pretty sure every year I played. I mean, I played like three to 4 years on
4
JV.
years with JV.
It was just a lot of yeah. He taught me a lot of how to play, and then I was in 11th grade playing JV, but in that year, I mean, it definitely my skill level was getting better because I was getting to the rim. He said get to the rim, and I was getting to the rim.
Right, right.
Making a lot of late. He's like get to the paint and draw fouls and stuff like that. And then that's when I was starting to learn to do that. Yeah, I thought I was doing good.
Okay. Now, let me ask you. I know this is a hard question for you, and and it's probably a little touchy for you. Now, your senior year, tell us about your senior year.
In the senior year, the team was good. So I mean, I tried out, but I didn't make it. But it doesn't really bother me as much. I mean, it really never bothered me because I mean, the team was that good. I mean, they won the state championship that year. I mean, and then at that point, I really wasn't. I was like halfway wanting to play still there. So I mean, it was okay.
Well, so let me ask you. Let's name drop a little bit so people understand how good that team was. Like name just name a few people that was on that team, so
If
people
you
can
go,
understand just how good that team was.
starting lineup was you got an overseas point guard, probably averaging 20 now. You had Ronald III, the shooting guard. I mean, you had Jordan Goodson. You had NBA player Kai Jones. He was on the team. He plays in NBA now. You got Desir Little. He was in NBA. Played. He's overseas now, getting a lot of buckets there. Kai's over there in the top league, getting a lot of points. And the team was you had a lot. You had Jordan Rodriguez. You had every. I mean, it was a stack. I mean, I don't even know how to explain that.
That.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it had a national. Yeah.
So, and you said that was all right for you, to be, not make that team because of, the caliber of players they had on that team.
Yeah, I mean, if I went somewhere else, I probably would have made a different team. But I mean, it was just that level of players there. I mean, it was just would have been hard. I mean, I probably wouldn't even played.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you. Well, I want to get a little deeper in here just to kind of get people to understand you, so that way, some people can understand the toughness of this whole basketball thing. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people just think that, especially when dads coaches sons and even daughters for that matter, and I'm gonna just speak for me. I know I'm a tough coach at times. You know what I mean? And I think I'm harder on my kids more than I am on other players, but I try to keep it even keel. But I know I'm tough. You know what I mean? Because my expectations of all my players is high, especially when it comes to my kids.
Mm.
Was there ever a point where you felt that, hey, Dad, just too much?
And I mean, like sometimes it's just a lot of pressure. Sometimes it's like because sometimes I was playing point guard, bringing up the ball, and then I take the turnover, and then you get it. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at you, but you're getting mad because I made the turnover. So I'm instead of me taking that as like, I'm taking that more as a son than you coaching me, and I'm taking it. I feel bad, and then I turned the ball over, and he's gonna be mad at me probably later on. I don't know, but I mean, it's just that's how it was. I mean, I mean. That's how it was at the time frame.
Did you ever feel like walking away from the game because of the stress and the pressure that was on you, especially from the coach and dad?
No, not really. No, I didn't feel like quitting. No, not no point was I feeling like I was gonna quit. No, not really. I mean, it was just yeah.
But you did feel the pressure that, dad was, hey man,
Yeah, I mean, I felt the pressure. I had to perform out there because I mean, I'm the coach's son. So, yeah.
So let me ask you, so if there's any kids that's out there listening to this, what would you do to help them navigate, from not feeling that way, or how to handle their dad or their fathers, not just even coaching, but there's a lot of dads that's out there that's expecting their kids to be all world. You know what I mean? What kind of advice would you give that kid to try to navigate a parent like that?
I mean, what I would say is remember
In your
that
experience, of course.
in my experience, I would say like remember that your dad he wants the best for you, so just like keep that in the back of your head, really. And then when he's coaching you, don't like take it that like I don't not say it, don't take it that serious, but don't take it to the point where you think that he's mad at you and really mad at you. He's just trying to wants the best for you to play good out there. That's why I can explain that.
No, and let me ask you this. So have you ever experienced seeing any kids just quit because of their parent?
Oh no, yeah, I've seen plenty of times like that. They feel like their dad is like doing too much. He's coaching them too hard, and then they're like, well, I can't. I don't want to play no more. I quit, and they quit, and yeah, I mean this sometimes how it is. They feel like they're getting pushed way too hard, and they give up because
They give up.
and then they want to play a different sport or try a different venture.
Right, right. Okay, okay. Yeah. So now let me ask you this question. Now you have siblings.
Mm.
You have siblings that are actually playing collegiate ball right now. So what is your role in their lives right now?
Right now, I just try to give them the advice I can give them, like about maybe you should make that layup or do this. But I just look at like usually, in my opinion, I'm good at stats and everything, so I just look at their stats, their efficiency, and stuff like that. Give them some advice in this. Let them know like sometimes. I mean, if I'm watching the game, I watch so many games, I can tell them like if you're like their matchups, and then if it's gonna be a tough game or it's not, it's gonna be this might be easy game. I mean, this stuff like that. Just give them good advice and also keep their spirits up, even like maybe they're having a bad game or something. Just let them know that it's okay, and there's another game coming up. Keep on playing. Don't dwell on the game because there's more.
There's more. Yeah, that's right. That's good advice. That's definitely good advice. Just being a big brother is what you're doing, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. Yeah. So like collegiate. Did you ever consider trying to play college basketball? I mean, I know the answer to that, but let's see what, what are your thoughts?
And there was one school that was asking me to come try out, but at that point, I mean, I really wasn't wanting to play no more. Because I
Yeah.
mean, I already didn't. I mean, I tried out for varsity, I didn't make it, but at that point, I mean, I wasn't working out no more. I don't know if the college was. I wanted to play college.
No.
Yeah, no, it wasn't my.
Yeah.
It wasn't really at that point. I mean, I played so many years, and it wasn't like I wanted to play college basketball at that time. It
Okay.
wasn't one of my thought. I wasn't thinking about that at all, really.
All right. All right. So right now, I know you're the host of the show here, and the table's a little turned right now, but what really brought you to this point here where you're at now? Like what really got you going and really striving to wanting to do what you're doing right now?
Regarding the podcasting or just
Podcast and even with RASI Sports and more than basketball, which a lot of people don't know that we are, founders of.
and what got me here was like just wanted to help out like a lot of people in the community, and then also my father, because he owns he helps own RASI Sports, so just help him out with everything, just give back, give back to everybody, because I mean a lot of people don't give back, so just give back to everybody and give them some good advice, really get a good advice for everybody, and yeah, in my opinion, that's what I say.
Okay, okay. I think you're doing a great job too, son. I mean, this is what I want for you, you know what I mean? Not just for you, but for your siblings to have something that is yours. I think you're doing a great job at what you're doing. I mean, you're hosting the show and it's great.
Yeah,
So we just want to, that's why I said we'll switch it up today, just a little bit so people can know who you are that's out there holding it down for us right here.
yeah,
But just remember, eventually this is all going to be yours. So just make sure you learn what you're doing and what I'm doing, so that way, you can keep it moving. Okay.
yeah.
Um, so with this though, like, where do you see yourself in like next 2, 3, 4 years with sports and even with your family? And congratulations on your, newborn, not newborn, but soon to be dad, grandpa. All right. But soon to be. So where do you see yourself with
And about
RASI Sports more than basketball and the whole Brown thing?
I mean, about 2 or 3 years, hopefully the podcast keeps on growing, so then I can like maybe how do you say that? Like interview more people, even more people that I'm doing now. I mean, maybe like you have like a booking, and some people want a book to be interviewed by me, and then also
Right.
like maybe at some point travel to see more like college games, not just. I mean, I go to see AJ and Isaiah in Florida, but like maybe go see other games and talk to people like coaches and everybody in different states, not just Florida.
Okay, that sounds good. So let me ask you, what would you want out there to people to know who you are, and what are your specialties? And like I heard you earlier say that you're good at stats and efficiencies and numbers and stuff like that. I mean, tell me a little something about you that can sell yourself to actually to want people to want come talk to you and get interviewed by you.
I mean, I mean, you can have a good conversation about like basketball, have a high IQ on conversation, really. And then also, I mean, I watch a lot of college basketball. So, I mean, if you like college basketball, you may want to talk to me, because I mean, I watch like maybe like 3 games a day. So some people don't watch that many, but I mean, I watch a lot, like keep up with the stats, even though I don't have anybody there playing. I'm watching the game. I can talk to you about players like getting drafted. There's a lot of stuff that I can help you with, like talk to you about.
Well, I don't know if you ever remember this, but when your brothers was on the road and stuff, we used to, especially Isaiah, we used to play with each one, teach one at the time, and we used to, I used to coach with Chucky Atkins, and we'll talk a lot of basketball, and he would talk about a lot of players, and we'll talk about stats and numbers, and I'd be like, man, and do you remember me calling you over and say, hey, Ronald,
Yeah,
come over here?
there's plenty of time you call me over to come ask me about a player, and then I mean, it's not hard for me to research them and find out how they play, and then I mean, it's not usually when I watch them play for like maybe like 10 minutes, I can figure out what they're good at, what they're not good at, try to
Right.
help
So
them.
you figure out their tendencies, and that's a gift, son. Not too many people could do that. You know that, right?
Yeah.
All right. So just gotta let people know that you do that, and don't be afraid to go out there and show people you know the game. All right.
Mm.
So, but no, that's what's up. So so at the end of the day, what do you want people to kind of like remember you by?
I want people to remember you as somebody that gave back and was just very helpful to everybody that I and just were very helpful and then I guess made everybody feel good and happy. I mean, in my opinion, that's what I would say.
Right.
Yeah, this is why people to remember me as somebody that was a good person that was trying to help people out.
All right. All right. Well, we ain't gonna try to keep you on here all night, So I definitely appreciate you taking this role here tonight. Just you and I on here, just kind of just chatting it up a little bit, just to kind of get to know who you are. Because everybody
Mm,
see you on here, everybody know who I am, far as you know, RASI Sports being a coach and all that. But a lot of people don't understand that you are the brain on a lot of this stuff back here. And
mm,
we just teaching you just the ropes a little bit, so that way you can keep this moving on. So. Yeah, that's why, I think this is important that we do what we're doing today so people can understand and know who you are. All right. Because one of the things that is important is that we give back to the community that helped us get to where we are.
mm,
There's a lot of people out there that supported us, supported you. And, if we can share the information through RASI Sports, off the bench with RASI Sports, as much information as we can, to help guide them and lead them. Hey, that's what we're here for. You know what I
mm,
mean? And I mean, that's just something that I know I love, and I know that you have the same passion. So
yes,
just want to say that I'm proud of you, son. You know what I mean? And
thank
just keep doing what you're doing. And, sky's the limit, son. Sky's the
you. Mm.
limit. All right. You have
Yep.
anything that you want to drop and leave off to the people out there in Rossi Sports World?
I mean, everybody just keep watching the podcast because it's a lot of information that you're learning that you may not get anywhere else. It's like you do tell the truth. A lot of the truth comes out during these podcasts. You just kind of keep stay engaged, in my opinion.
Stay engaged. That's
Yeah.
right. Make sure that they like and subscribe, right?
Everybody like and subscribe. Definitely like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. All right, everyone. We're going to keep this sweet and short, and just wanted to say thank you for checking in with us. And check out next week for our next episode 18. There'll be someone up there special, and we'll have a lot of other things to talk about. And like he said earlier, like, subscribe, and pass it on to your friends.
Yep.
Many blessings and good night.
All right. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you.
All right, son.
All
Nice
right.
talking with you. You know what I mean? We got to do this more often.
Definitely.
All right.
Talking to you.
All right. Love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
I don't have to strive anymore. I don't have to prove what you already know. All the weight I carry through the storm, I can lay it down at your door. Every road, every fight, every tear you saw at night, now the noise is fading slow. I hear you say you're home. I will rest in your presence. I will breathe in your peace. Let the world keep on turning. Right here is where I'll be. No fear, no defenses, just trust in your hand. I don't need all the answers. I'll rest in your presence.
I've been strong, I've been tired, I've been walking through the fire, but you never left my side, even when I couldn't see the light. Now the silence feels like grace, mercy filling up this space. Every promise still stands. I'm safe where I am. I will rest in your presence. I will breathe in your peace. All the battles are over, at least for the night with you and me. No rush, no pressure, just faith where I stand. I don't need tomorrow. I'll rest in your presence. I'm not who I was, I'm not what I've done.
I'm held, I'm known, I'm already loved.
If you lead me, I'll follow. If you say stay, I'll stay right here in presence is enough for today. So